English Time podcast.
Helping you speak English with confidence, naturally.
Hello, wonderful listeners. Welcome back to English Time Podcast, your cozy corner for English fluency, confidence, and connection. I'm Emma.
And I'm Henry. We're just so happy you decided to let us keep you company for a bit today. It truly means a lot.
So today, we're talking about something very practical, something that almost everyone experiences, but not many people like to admit.
Does it involve that awkward moment at a restaurant when you look at the prices on the menu before you even look at the food?
Exactly. Or that tiny feeling of panic when your friends want to split the bill equally, but you know you only ordered the cheapest thing.
Oh, you've definitely been there too. So we're talking about money?
Specifically, the art of saving money.
Ah, saving money. It's that strange moment when you tell yourself you're doing the right thing for your future, but somehow, deep down, it just makes you feel a little poor.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It does feel a little weird sometimes. Sometimes it even makes people feel a little embarrassed, which is funny because saving money is actually a very smart thing to do. And yet, emotionally, it doesn't always feel that way.
If that sounds familiar, you're definitely in the right place. Today we're going to explore that feeling together and share the real everyday English we use to talk about it. And if you're looking for English that feels like real life and not just a textbook, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow. Plus, you can find the link to the free PDF transcript for this episode in the description below. It's a great tool to help all these new phrases truly stick.
Exactly. So before we get into the tips, think about this for a moment. When was the last time you bought something not because you needed it, but just because it felt good? Because today, we're talking about something important. How can we actually save money without that unhappy feeling of being poor?
It starts with your mindset. And trust me, I have truckloads of experience with this. I spent 4 years in university living on a very tight budget.
A tight budget, so there was basically no room for anything extra?
Exactly. Every single dollar had to be in the right place. Back then, I was super broke. I had absolutely no money. And I knew exactly which little shop sold bread 10 cents cheaper than everywhere else.
Super broke. Yeah, those student days are the hardest for the wallet.
They really are. I'd walk an extra 20 minutes in the rain. Yeah, actual pouring rain just to save one stupid dollar on groceries. My brain was basically fried all the time.
Fried? Like you were cooking your brain?
Kind of. I just mean I was totally exhausted. My whole day was spent beating this tiny budget, like I was fighting a battle against $5. It was tough, but looking back, it's pretty funny.
Fighting a battle against $5 every day? That's such a heavy way to live.
It was, but I kept telling myself it was temporary. I really believed that once I graduated and started working, money problems would magically disappear.
Oh no, the classic illusion.
Exactly. An illusion is like a beautiful dream that isn't actually real. Because the moment I graduated, reality punched me right in the face. Rent showed up, bills showed up, and then there was dating. And suddenly, my paycheck was gone by the 3rd week of the month.
The 3rd week? That's basically the beginning of the month.
It really felt that way. Honestly, my paycheck disappeared so fast, it felt like my whole month lasted about 5 minutes.
I think a lot of people listening right now are nodding their heads, and that leads us right into the first spending trap, social pressure.
Social pressure. That's when the people around you make you feel like you have to spend money just to fit in with the crowd, even if you don't really want to.
Fit in means to be like the people around you, to look the same, act the same, spend the same. And sometimes fitting in can be very expensive.
Here's a simple example. Your friends suggest a new restaurant. You check the menu. It's pricey, but you go anyway. And inside, your wallet is screaming.
Exactly. Or everyone decides to take a taxi instead of the subway. You know the subway is much cheaper, but you don't want to be the only one walking to the station. So you just smile and say, yeah, let's grab an Uber. We call this keeping up appearances, spending money you don't really want to spend just so you don't look like you're struggling.
Keeping up appearances. Yes, that's such a common trap. Which brings us to a really useful phrase. Live within your means.
Your means are the money you actually have. So if you live within your means, you only spend what you can truly afford. Instead of grabbing an expensive Uber, you might say, I'm trying to live within my means, so I'll take the subway. And honestly, there's no shame in that. It's just being responsible.
And the opposite is live beyond your means. You're spending more than you actually earn, maybe using credit cards, maybe borrowing money. And that's how financial stress slowly builds up over time.
So here's the mindset shift. Saying no to something expensive isn't being cheap. It's making a choice. Think of it this way. It's like putting a small fence around your garden. You're not blocking everything out. You're just choosing what gets to grow there.
That's such a beautiful way to put it. You're not shutting everything out. You're just protecting what matters.
And that's the first trap. Now let's talk about the second one, validation.
Yeah, I've been there. That little voice in your head that says, if I show up with the right stuff, people will think I'm doing well. For example, if I wear nicer shoes or pull out the latest phone, people will respect me more. That's validation. You're not buying for yourself anymore, you're buying for an audience.
Exactly. And all those things, the bag, the car, the shoes, start to become status symbols. A status symbol is something people buy to show their success or wealth. You're not really buying it because you love it, you're buying it because you want other people to notice.
Let's pause here for a second. If you're listening, think about one thing in your house that might be a status symbol. Is it still bringing you joy, or was it just for the audience?
That's a powerful question, because the problem is that flashy feeling never lasts, does it? You buy something flashy, you feel good for a few days, and then you start wanting the next thing. It's like a hunger you can never satisfy.
It really is. It's like chasing the wind.
And the funny part is, the people you're trying to impress, they're not even paying attention. They're just busy worrying about how they look.
That's actually very freeing. Most people are far too busy thinking about themselves to watch what you're buying. So here's the real question. If nobody was looking, what would you actually buy?
That's financial honesty. And that brings us to the third trap, one that drains our wallets without us even noticing. I call them the quiet leaks.
Let me guess. Subscriptions?
Exactly. Netflix, Spotify, some cloud storage thing, a fitness app I opened twice, and a language app I completely forgot about.
That last one is the most dangerous. You're paying for something you don't even remember.
And each one feels tiny. A few dollars here, a few there, but they add up.
Add up? What do you mean exactly?
It means all those small amounts combine into a much bigger total. You might say, I didn't think I was spending much, but when I added up all my subscriptions, it was over $60 a month.
$60? Just on things you forgot about? That's scary.
And that's what I call a quiet leak. No big purchase, nothing obvious, just a few dollars here, a few there, until one day you check your bank statement and think, wait, where did all my money go?
So what did you do?
I sat down one weekend and went through every subscription. I canceled the ones I wasn't really using and kept the few I actually use. And honestly, it was such a relief. Not because I saved thousands, but because I finally felt in control.
That feeling of being in control is huge. So we've looked at 3 traps: social pressure, buying for an audience, and those quiet leaks. After the break, we'll talk about actually saving money without feeling miserable. Welcome back, everyone. Before the break, we talked about the spending traps that quietly drain our money. Now, let's flip that around. How do we spend smarter and actually feel good about it?
And the first strategy is something I genuinely enjoy: bargain hunting.
Bargain hunting. That already sounds fun.
It is! Bargain hunting is when you look for things on sale or at a lower price. Some people think it's embarrassing, but honestly, it's just being smart. When I go to the supermarket in the evening, a lot of fresh food near its expiration date goes on sale. Sometimes it's even 50% off.
And the food is still perfectly fine. It just needs to be eaten soon.
Exactly. You might say something like, "I love hunting for bargains at the supermarket." That sounds confident, not desperate. And when you find a really good deal, we sometimes say it's a steal.
A steal, not actual stealing. It just means the price was so good it felt like you got it for almost nothing. Like, I got this jacket for $15. It was a steal.
On the other hand, if something is way too expensive for what it is, you can call it a ripoff. Like this: $20 for a small coffee? That's a total ripoff.
I say that all the time. Probably too much.
Maybe you just need to stop buying fancy coffee then.
Fair point. But here's a question for our listeners. Think about the last thing you bought. Was it a steal or was it a ripoff? Try using one of those phrases right now in your head.
Good. Now, here's the tricky thing about prices. Sometimes the cheapest option is actually the most expensive one.
That sounds backwards.
It does, but it happens all the time. A friend of mine kept buying really cheap phone chargers, $5 each. They'd stop working after a few weeks. So he'd buy another one and another one.
Ah, the endless charger cycle.
Exactly. After a year, he had bought 6 of them.
Which probably cost more than just buying one good charger.
Right. And that's what we mean by in the long run, when you look at the total cost over time. In the long run, cheap doesn't always mean cheap.
And there's a great expression for this: buy nice or buy twice.
Meaning, if you buy something cheap and low quality, you'll probably have to replace it.
Buy nice or buy twice. Spend a little more on quality now or spend even more replacing cheap things later. You could say, I used to buy the cheapest headphones, but they kept breaking. So now I just tell myself, buy nice or buy twice.
And this connects to another useful idea: cost per use.
Cost per use. I love this one. It means you divide the price by how many times you'll use something. A $100 jacket you wear 200 times, that's 50 cents per wear. A $30 shirt you wear once, that's $30 per wear. Suddenly, the expensive thing isn't so expensive anymore.
And when you think about things this way, your whole relationship with money starts to change. You stop asking, is this cheap? And start asking, is this worth it?
You know, I actually learned this the hard way. A couple of years ago, I saw this beautiful leather jacket in a shop window. It was expensive, like really expensive. I walked past it 3 times, and then one day I just went in and bought it.
Oh no, how much?
Let's just say my wallet didn't speak to me for about a week. But here's the thing. I've worn that jacket probably 300 times. Every autumn, every winter, every trip. It still looks great. And when I do the math, it's actually one of the cheapest things I own.
So your wallet forgave you?
Eventually. We're on good terms now. But that's the point. If I had bought a cheaper jacket, I probably would have replaced it twice by now. So that brings us to the third strategy, and I think this is the most powerful one.
Designing a life that naturally doesn't cost much.
What does that actually look like?
Well, instead of expensive restaurants, you invite friends over and cook together. The food costs a fraction of the price. And the conversations are actually better because everyone's relaxed.
A fraction of the price. That means it costs only a small part of the original price. Like, we cooked dinner at home for a fraction of the price of eating out.
Exactly. Or instead of a gym membership you never use, you go for a walk, a run, a hike. Nature's free. And honestly, your body doesn't really care where you exercise.
Your body just knows you moved it.
And this is where another useful phrase comes in: cut back. It means to reduce something, to do it less or spend less on it. You might say, I decided to cut back on eating out, and now I save about $200 a month.
Cut back. That's a great one. It doesn't mean stop completely. It just means less. And when you cut back on the expensive stuff, you start noticing the free stuff.
Reading a good book, a long walk with someone you care about, a phone call with an old friend. These are simple pleasures, and they cost almost nothing, but they fill your life with meaning.
And when your life is built around simple pleasures, saving money stops feeling like sacrifice. It just feels like living.
You're not being cheap, you're being intentional. You're choosing things on purpose instead of just following ads or social pressure.
And I think that's the real shift. It's not about having less, it's about wanting what you already have.
That might be the most powerful sentence in this whole episode. It's not about having less, it's about wanting what you already have. Now, does that mean you should never spend money on yourself?
Of course not. And there's a great phrase for that. Treat yourself. Treating yourself means doing something nice for yourself, buying something special, enjoying a good meal, not because you need it, but because you've earned it.
You might say, I've been working so hard this month, so I treated myself to a nice dinner. That's healthy. That's normal.
The problem starts when every purchase becomes a splurge. Splurge means you spend a lot of money on something, usually more than you planned. Like, I splurged on a new bag even though I didn't need one.
So treating yourself is intentional. Splurging is often impulsive. Knowing the difference is the key.
And to wrap all this up, there's a phrase I heard once that completely changed how I think about money. Someone said, we buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't like.
Wow, that's brutally honest. I mean, it's a little painful because it's so true.
Right? And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. Every time you're about to buy something, that sentence just pops into your head. Wait, who am I buying this for? Me or someone else?
And when the answer is for me and it brings you real joy, then go for it. That's not being wasteful, that's treating yourself. The problem only starts when every purchase is for an audience.
That is the perfect place to wrap up the main conversation. But don't go anywhere, because now we have something special for you.
Welcome to the Confidence Kit. This is where we collect the most powerful phrases from today's episode and show you exactly how to use them.
These aren't just words to memorize. These are tools to help you sound natural, confident, and real in everyday English. Let's go through them one by one.
Golden phrase number 1, live within your means. This means you only spend what you can truly afford. It sounds responsible, not poor. For example, I don't need a fancy car. I'd rather live within my means and feel relaxed. Or, she lives within her means and still enjoys her life.
I really like that one. It feels calm and confident. Okay, golden phrase number 2. It was a steal. Use this when you got something for a really good price. It makes you sound like a smart shopper, not someone being cheap. For example, I found this coat for $20. It was a steal. Or, the hotel was half price. What a steal.
Ooh, I use that one all the time. Golden phrase number 3. That's a ripoff. The opposite of a steal when something is way too expensive for what it is. For example, $10 for a bottle of water at the airport, that's a total ripoff. Or, I thought it was a deal, but it turned out to be a ripoff.
Airport prices are always a ripoff. Always. Okay, golden phrase number 4. Buy nice or buy twice. This means if you buy something cheap and low quality, you'll probably have to replace it. For example, I used to buy the cheapest shoes, but they always fell apart. Now I follow one rule: buy nice or buy twice. Or my dad always told me, buy nice or buy twice.
That one's so easy to remember. Golden phrase number 5, cut back. To cut back means to reduce how much you do or spend on something. For example, I've been cutting back on online shopping this month, or we cut back on eating out and started cooking more at home.
Cutting back on online shopping. I should probably do that too. Golden phrase number 6, simple pleasures. These are the small, everyday things that make you happy without costing much. For example, my simple pleasure is a cup of coffee and a quiet morning. Or sometimes the best things in life are simple pleasures.
That's such a warm phrase. And golden phrase number 7, treat yourself. This means to do something nice for yourself, on purpose, with no guilt. For example, I worked really hard this week, so I treated myself to a nice dessert. Or, it's okay to treat yourself once in a while.
So those are your 7 golden phrases. You don't have to memorize them all today. Just pick 2 or 3 that feel useful to you and try to use them this week.
And here is your fluency challenge. Look at your life this week and find one simple pleasure that costs $0. Then tell us about it in the comments using that phrase.
Even a short sentence like, "My simple pleasure is drinking tea while watching the rain," is perfect. We can't wait to read them.
And if you really want to challenge yourself, try using 2 phrases in one sentence, like, I've been cutting back on eating out, and my simple pleasure is cooking a nice dinner at home.
Oh, that's a good one. We'd love to see what you come up with.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Take care of your heart, take care of your wallet.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Your progress so far has already been wonderful. If you'd like to keep going and feel even more confident with your English, feel free to check out the next video or take a look at some of the other ones we've picked for you.